right, there's some breaking news which is coming in from the Supreme Court. It's a big order. The top court has ordered to release Mohammed Zubair forward in all the UP cases, all the multiple FIRs that were filed by UP police. A bench led by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud has said that the top court directs that Zubair be released on interim bail in each of these FIRs in UP. The existence of power of arrest must be distinguished from the exercise of, the larger execution power or the prosecution power that exists with the police sparingly. That is what the top court is saying. The advocate appearing for Mohammed Zubair, Brinda Grover, had also cited multiple FIRs, and his argument before the court was that this is an unwarranted persecution by the state. My colleague Siddhant is joining us on the broadcast, getting us more details of this order. Siddhant, over to you. Take us through the details of the order.
Well, that's correct. This could be seen as a setback for Uttar Pradesh government because the way they were pursuing these FIRs registered in various districts, including Sitapur, Lakhimpur Kheri, Muzaffarnagar, and Ghaziabad. Now, we know that when SIT was formed to look into the matter of Mohammed Zubair, now Supreme Court has ordered the SIT formed by Uttar Pradesh government stand disbanded and is hereby redundant. Not just that, D.Y. Chandrachud has also directed the release of Zubair in the FIRs that are going on in the state of Uttar Pradesh. And in fact, there are in total 6 FIRs that were lodged by the Uttar Pradesh government. And also the order has come to be transferred to the Delhi police for the investigation. So in a way, a relief for Mohammed Zubair and also a setback for Uttar Pradesh government because the way they were doing the probe in the matter, and in fact, 6 of the FIRs were filed in various districts and SIT was formed by the state government to look into the matter. So now that SIT stands disbanded, and this was in fact the plea of Zubair to disband the SIT in the matter and also to get bail in these FIRs by Uttar Pradesh.
That's a big development, Siddhant, as you're rightly pointing out, that SIT in UPs will be redundant. Ananya is also joining us on the broadcast. Ananya, what more can you tell us?
Oh yes, he has been enlarged on interim bail into all of these cases. Now the court has also clubbed the FIRs that have been registered against him. It has clearly made the UP SIT redundant and said that there is no point of a UP SIT existing because all of these cases have now been transferred to the Delhi Police's special cell. All the 6 FIRs that were filed in Uttar Pradesh have now been transferred to Delhi. He has been released on interim bail. A big relief coming in for Mohammed Zubair, the Alt News co-founder, from the topmost court of the country. Bench headed by Justice Chandrachud has given out this relief after hearing the arguments for a very long while and in fact pronouncing its order post-lunch, clearly stating that in fact there would be no purpose served if he is enlarged on if he's kept inside custody, and hence he should be enlarged on interim bail. And apart from that, it has also been given that though the court has not quashed, in fact, the FIRs that have been filed against him, he has the remedy to now go and approach the Delhi High Court with regards to quashing of these FIRs, clearly saying that since the matter has been transferred to the Delhi Police's special cell, the appropriate bench would be of the Delhi High Court where he should go and seek this relief. And definitely a very big relief, a big day for Mohammed Zubair. He has been released on a personal bail bond of rupees 20,000. So a big relief coming in for Mohammed Zubair from Justice Chandrachud's bench in the Supreme Court.
That's a big relief coming in from for him, not just an interim bail, but also the fact that all the FIRs have been clubbed. The matter would now be taken care by the special cell of the Delhi police, and the multiple FIRs that the UP police had filed, in many ways that action of UP police will not go further from here on. Ananya, moving forward, how soon can Zubair really walk out of the jail, and what were his key arguments before the Supreme Court?
Well, yes, definitely. Since the Supreme Court has given out its order, as soon as the formal order copy is out in a few hours and the paperwork is complete, Mohammed Zubair can be released from jail. The order would be communicated to the jail authorities, and in fact, the paperwork would be done by his lawyers. As soon as they leave the Supreme Court, go to the jail, complete the paperwork, he would be released either today or maximum by tomorrow. If at all the formalities are complete and there is no discrepancy in the paperwork, he can be most probably be released by tonight or tomorrow morning. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how the paperwork complete and when he's released. But finally, a very big order coming in from the topmost court of the country, clearly giving out a relief to Alt News co-founder Mohammed Zubair. in fact, clubbing all the FIRs against him and sending it to the Delhi Police's special cell for investigation, while also giving him an ad interim bail into this whole case on a personal bail bond of rupees 20,000.
Ananya, is there also a bar on the UP police to file any further FIRs? I mean, can the UP police take that action? Is there any word from the Supreme Court on that front?
Well, yes, definitely. The court has also protected Zubair from, in fact, arrest in any future FIRs which may be registered against him pertaining to these tweets and this subject matter. In fact, that is a very, in fact, a big relief coming in. It's a big day for Mohammed Zubair because not only the FIRs have been clubbed, not only has been granted interim bail, but also further protection has been given to him from any of the future FIRs being registered against him and he being arrested. Because remember, when the Supreme Court was yesterday hearing the matter, it had pointed out to a vicious cycle of events wherein when a person is arrested in one case and gets a relief, he's arrested in another case of similar nature. So this was the major crux of what Justice Chandrachud had been observing while he was hearing Mohammed Zubair's petition. So now what has very clearly come out is that it's a big day for Mohammed Zubair. Big relief has been given. His lawyers have been continuously arguing that multiple FIRs being filed in order to torment him, in fact, to torture him, but then the police, the Delhi police and also the enforcement agencies were clearly stating that he had taken foreign money and also was involved in transaction or receiving foreign funds for doing tweets. So these were the basic arguments, but now finally a relief coming in for Mohammed Zubair.
A huge relief coming in from Mohammed Zubair. Swapnil Kothari, who's a senior advocate, is also joining us on the broadcast. I'll just reiterate, Mr. Kothari, it's a big relief coming in for Mohammed Zubair. Not only in interim bail, in all the FIRs that were filed by the UP police, the clubbing of FIRs, all of them would be now taken care by the Delhi police special cells. And more importantly, no further FIRs can be filed by UP police. I think that's a big protection that the top court has given. In your legal understanding, how scathing of an order this is for the UP police?
Well, it's not some sort of a reflection on the UP police as such. I would view it as, sometimes the police get overzealous about, filing multiple FIRs left, right and center, on the same offense, and, they're trying to exaggerate things. But I think that's where the judiciary comes in and, tells them to, hold on to your horses and say that, look, I think these so many FIRs are enough. And, you have not been able to justify the custody of the petitioner for a long period of time beyond what is necessary. I think whatever questions you needed to ask him, you've asked him. And it's not that he's going to run away. The court must have ensured that there is an appropriate bail bond. And, that he's not going to be a flight risk. He's not going to catch a flight back out of the country. He's possibly going to even cooperate with the investigation, which he has to as and when he's called. And so I think those are the enough safeguards that usually courts levy when they grant bail, and that is usually there in the bail bond. So I don't think that there should be any, problem as such. But this is where then, the UP police will also have to bear in mind that, look, it's what's happening. And not only the UP police, but I think all state polices need to, take a lesson from this, that there is up to a point that you can harass someone. Yes, you continue your investigation. You take the, interrogate the person. You file your cases, you file your charge sheets, etc. But then I think enough is enough, and that's where it should end after a certain period of time, and then go ahead and start prosecuting the person and ensure a free and fair trial, and a speedy one at that.
And Swapnil, I also take this occasion to talk about the fact that how the Supreme Court on multiple occasions, irrespective of people's political inclination and opinion, has protected the right to free speech, and more importantly, clubbing of FIRs and ensuring that the process does not become a punishment has been a right which has been protected by the top court in many cases.
Yes, absolutely. The Supreme Court is making it very clear to the executive and to the legislature both, and more so to the executive and the administrative machinery in our country, that there is up to a point that it's going to tolerate and allow that leverage to the investigating agencies. But beyond that, it is going to crack its whip and tell that this is just not done. And the fundamental rights, the freedom, especially both of the speech and of liberty, are paramount. But at the same time, the freedom of speech has got reasonable restrictions. And it's simply put, my right to swing the cane stops where your nose begins.
Sure.
So, in as much as you can ventilate your speech and give free speech, but at the moment it starts attacking communal harmony and
Sure,
disturbing peace.
those are the reasonable restrictions that have been put in Article 19 and
Right.
subsequent subsections. Thank you, Swapnil. Always a pleasure to have you on the broadcast. My colleague Ananya reporting all the details. Siddhant also getting us all the details on that important story. We'll continue this coverage. My colleague Ridhima takes it forward.
Well, thanks a lot for that, Anusha. Good afternoon. You continue to be with us here at CNN News 18. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar, getting you all the top stories over the next 60 minutes. Let's begin with our top focus. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Tuesday made an appeal to the people, saying hoisting the tricolour is a more credible way than applying for inclusion of names in the National Register of Citizens or NRC to prove one's nationality. He also added that it's not enough to enroll in NRC to prove that one is Indian, rather one should prove it by hoisting the national flag. Meanwhile, in order to mark India's 75th year of independence, which is being celebrated